All right, so we're gonna do our first somewhat road trip. Let's go ahead. I like to try and drive efficiently, so even though it's pretty hot in the car right now, I'm just gonna drive in the heat. I tend to just bear it unless I'm actually dying. So of course, when I have other people in the car with me, then I change it up because I don't want them to suffer for my selfish reasons of being efficient with the car. So anyways, we're going to be driving to Mitchell Park, which is in Palo Alto. It's a somewhat of a ways away. I think it's like 14 miles or so. Oh, it's at 13 miles. The place I park is Abilities United. It's in the back because that's where the pickleball courts are. So we'll see if the parking is all full, then I might park somewhere else. But yeah, other than that, I guess you guys get to join me for a ride. And maybe I should start doing lives with this, just so I can have videos where people ask questions and I can kind of show things that maybe they haven't seen before. If they don't know anything about Tesla, then that'd be kind of cool. Maybe, we'll see. But anyways, this will be my first long video where I'm actually just taking it for a drive. I'm gonna enable the full self-driving thing in a bit, but for now, yeah. All right, let's see here. So I like to kind of look at the trips thing here, so I can see I used 175 watt hours of energy per mile. And to be fair, I mean, that's low, but to be fair, I did go down a slope, so it's likely gonna go up. You can see my past usage was 244 watt hours per mile, and that was with me letting the car drive a lot. So we're gonna see what happens when I actually drive the car, and I kind of want to see how that affects the difference. Also, I'm gonna drive with the windows up, no sound stuff, so I can kind of hear how the wind affects it. So I might drive up faster than normal. Normally I will drive around 55-60 miles an hour. Every so often I'll kind of go faster, but I kind of want to see if there's going to be like bad wind noise or something, cabin noise, if I drive like 70-80 miles an hour. So I might do that for a little bit, but not for too long. Anyways, I need some kind of tripod mount or something. What do people use to hold this thing up? If you guys know, let me know. Maybe I can get something eventually to put in the cup holder to hold it. I don't know. I don't want to stick stuff onto the palm or the armrest, because that can possibly damage the fake leather trim. I mean, even if it was real leather, it could get damaged from suction cupping or sticking something there. Or maybe I can get like one of those weighted mounts where it's kind of like a little sandbag or something. But right now I'm kind of just putting my elbow somewhat there, so maybe my elbow's gonna screw that up too. But yeah, we'll see. I also have that gooseneck clamp thing that maybe I can attach that somewhere, but again, I don't know, with the car shaking around a lot, it might end up damaging it, so we'll see. And actually I can see out of the trunk at least people that are behind me. Let me actually let in some air from outside. We're gonna roll the windows down, and we'll see. People are probably staring at me like, why I'm driving with one hand and holding a phone. I'm not supposed to be doing that. I mean, I usually drive with one hand, so I kind of wonder like where the law comes into place, where they can say you're not allowed to hold something in you can't hold a phone in your other hand, but if I'm holding a banana or a bagel or a burrito or something, that's okay. I don't really understand that part of the law. I get it if I'm like texting or something, then maybe that'll be an issue, but since I'm just kind of holding the camera or the phone, it's not a problem. Actually, is it legal to hold a camera? Because technically right now it's just a camera, not a phone, because I'm not using any other feature except the camera. So I don't know how that works. Oh, it's windy. I'm going to close the windows. Alright, got all the windows closed. It's cooler in the cabin now after doing that. bus is following too close. I need to get out of their way. Well, I want to wait for the left turn first. Okay, here you can see I'm already using 291 watt-hours per mile. In the Model 3, I was able to get like 170 at the lowest point, where I would kind of drive for quite some time. It's not looking like it's going to happen in this car. I mean, this is a much taller car, so I understand more wind resistance, things like that. I'm not driving fast or anything right now. I'm only going about 40 miles an hour or less. Oh, geez. Getting too close, buddy. Getting too close. All right, I know. This probably isn't very good camera work, but you guys get to join me for this ride, as if you're like sitting looking through the middle of the passenger seats, or the driver and passenger seat. All right, so keep in mind the average energy I'm getting right now is because I'm not using any fan, no air conditioner, nothing, and it is pretty warm right now, 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Most people would not sit in a car like this, but I'm me, and I do weird things. So yeah, here you can see it's down to 181 right now after stopping a little bit, but it's gonna go back up once I keep driving. So we'll see what it gets to when we're at Mitchell Park. Hopefully it will be more of a good average. And right now,
turn right onto West
I'm gonna do this drive completely without any of the aids and stuff. Like, I don't want the car to drive itself or do anything like that. So that way I can see how efficient my driving is, and then when I do like the full self-driving, I can check that again later. I'm not sure how even the whatchamacallit, oh, that person got mad because I rolled into the thing. I didn't think the light would change green that fast or that long, so I kind of rolled onto the pedestrian thing, and that person got mad at me. So I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So we're still getting about 200. Part of it's probably they saw me like holding a phone recording, so they're like, oh, look at this person. And then the other part is they see a new car, so like, look at this person. So I didn't purposely like roll in, I'm sorry to them. I just saw the light was red, no cars were moving, and I was going to go until I saw it was green, and then I stopped to let the cross traffic go. But yeah, anyways, it's showing 191 watt-hours per mile right now, again, with no fan. So I'll do more tests later. Right now, I mean, the tests will vary because the direction of the wind and all those things. So it's kind of hard to get a consistent test unless I do the same drive over and over again. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I need to merge left soon. But there's a lot of traffic right now, so let's see. I'm gonna merge behind the truck. Ah, no, yellow light. It's with these lights, they change too fast. That was somewhat scary. Because everyone, like, the light turned yellow, and then the person in front just immediately hit their brakes. So it's kind of. But yeah, distance. We've gone 3 miles so far. Took about 10 minutes. 213 watt-hours per mile. Average energy from our entire trip. Let me see if I can show you guys this. 241 watt-hours per mile. If you include what they were doing when I first bought the car, they had like 4 or 5 miles on it, and they did like 800 something watt-hours per mile. Right now it's showing 307 because it averaged out with my much more efficient driving. But yeah, I might consider tinting the whole thing around inside, just so the sunlight coming in isn't so hot, but we'll see. I usually like doing the front and everything, though most people like to tint their back. But to me, I'm not I'm never sitting in the back, so yeah, I feel like the only reason to tint it black or darker in the back is for if you're keeping stuff in there. It makes it harder for people to see inside. But the backs are actually already a little bit tinted, so if I were to put some kind of tint, it would be more just to block out more of the infrared or heat to make it a little bit cooler in here. Especially like even if you run the AC and you get hot sun coming through, I mean, if you drive a car, you already know that it'll still be hot like the side of your face where the sun is shining, even with AC blowing. So alright, now we're going up an incline, so we're at 232 watt-hours per mile. I really need some kind of mount because if there does happen to be an accident, somebody's probably gonna be like, hey, it's because you were doing this, even though the camera is not distracting at all to me. Again, I always drive with one hand, and I don't think it's a law that you have to drive with two hands on the wheel. So yeah, anyways, the person to my left is actually like texting on their phone. I saw them staring at it, but man, we're like hitting every single red light. This kind of sucks. Okay, yeah, get in front, get in front. Take your spot. I kind of wish I could just do a recording of the entire drive using the Tesla cameras, so that way I don't actually even have to hold the camera, but then I guess you wouldn't hear me, so they would need a way to record your internal microphone and record the cameras, which I'm pretty sure they could do. I'm going to merge left. Here. Right, again, I'm not going to be using any autopilot or cruise control or anything like that. I'm driving the car completely by myself. And because I don't have the paint protection film on the car yet, which I'm going to be getting once I make sure everything is working on this car properly, I don't want to drive too close to other cars because I don't want to risk little rocks chipping the bumper and the hood. So I gotta cut in because that person doesn't want to let me. Alright, so we're just gonna keep going.
In 1,000 feet, keep left to stay on California 237
So there's
west.
still a smudge on that window. I can probably clean it with like rubbing alcohol or something, but I'll see if I mention it at the service thing, and
237 west.
we'll see if they'll help out with it. Okay, I'm going about 60 miles an hour right now. Again, usually I go like about 55, so I'm actually driving fast for usual. As fast for my usual driving when I'm trying to drive efficiently. As you can see, when I drop to 55 miles an hour, the average energy is now 267. Earlier it was showing 290. So that spike of accelerating onto the freeway and then sitting there kind of got it to go up quite a bit. I'm going about 57 right now. If you can see, it's probably going to beep at me because I'm going pretty close to the line. Okay, looks like it didn't. So yeah, actually I need to do one test, is with driving about 70-80 miles an hour, how the wind noise is. Right now at about 55, it's quiet in here. Alright, so sorry the camera got cut off. I'm not sure when because I wasn't staring at it. But that goes to show how hot it is in the car. The camera actually complained. Oop, I'm getting messages. It complained that it got too hot. So I'm going to record a little bit more. I'm going to actually, let's go up to about 80 miles an hour just to hear the wind noise. I need to slow on these curves so I don't mess up my score. Okay, even at 80 miles an hour, wow, this car, it's pretty quiet in here. I mean, you can hear the wind noise, but it's pretty quiet. But anyways, I don't want to keep overheating my phones, so I'm using a different phone. I'm going to merge the video. I don't know if you'll see the video quality difference. You probably will. The first phone I was using was my S22 Ultra, and now I'm using my Note 20 Ultra. So we'll see But yeah, I'm gonna slow back down to the 55 speed range that I usually drive, and then I'll see you guys once I'm arrived at my destination, just to look at the efficiency and everything like that. And of course I'll start recording with my other phone if it's not still overheating. Yeah, all right, see you guys later. All right, so my S22 Ultra is still too hot to record. That's not good. That means the battery's probably gonna have issues in the future, so I'm gonna have to be careful with getting the thing too hot going forward. There's a motorcycle behind me, so I might want to speed up a little bit, though I don't want to go too fast on the turns. I'll let the motorcyclist pass me. Okay, kind of. Okay, he's kind of. And yeah, so I just checked my current safety score, and of course the way I drive, it's 100%. So I don't follow close, I don't do hard turns, unless I'm just driving to have fun. But right now I'm not driving to have fun, I'm just driving. You can, for the safety score, you can drive fast and switch lanes and all of that stuff, but you don't want to follow too close to where it gives you the alert warnings. Basically, if people slow down in front of you and you don't slow down in time. Also, if you press the brake real hard, like if you use the brake pedal, it considered it as hard braking, since right now the regen braking is already pretty strong. What else? It has like if you turn too fast, cornering, and then there was another one, if you like disengage autopilot. I don't know why disengaging autopilot would be a bad thing. I don't know. So I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing if you're just disengaging autopilot too much, but that's on the list of one of the things. Anyways, we're almost there. The car's showing 251 watt hours per mile right now, and we'll see what it shows when we actually arrive. All right, bye. It's showing 247. If you heard that ding, that was the car telling me that the light turned green. So I turned on that alert. So if for some reason you're not looking up, it'll make that sound so you know the light turns green if you didn't notice it. So that's I like that feature. It's pretty cool. Oh, and yeah, like when I have the windows down now, but when I had the windows up, I was actually sweating from being in the car. And that's how crazy I am with seeing how efficient I can get the things to be. So anyways, it's at 250 watt hours per mile now. We're almost at our destination. Again, if I were driving the Model 3, I think I would actually be able to get 200 or less. So the Model Y does use quite a bit more energy per mile. All right. So, yeah. I hear a motorcycle next to me. Oh, Jesus.
Your destination will be on the left.
Anyways, we're almost there, so we're going to be turning left soon. Oh, shoot. Looks like so much traffic. I don't know if... I hope the parking lot's not completely full, or I'm going to have to go to the other parking lot, which is a lot further.
Your destination is on the left.
Okay, let's go to the next one. We got a bicyclist coming, so we gotta be careful. Okay, they're going pretty slow. No cars. Alright. We got it down to 246. Okay. And yeah, normally if I drove this route, I think with the Model 3, I'd get like about 190 something. So 246 right now, okay? But we'll see as I continue driving it more and more if the efficiency changes or anything. Could be it's still calibrating something. The car is brand new, so we'll see. I don't know if there's any parking here though. All these spots are like so tight together. Okay. No, that's way too tight. I mean, if I park in these, I possibly could if I use the summon thing and just make it drive forward on its own, but I'm not gonna do that. Oh, there's a lot of space here. Okay, so let's actually park right here then. I'm a little worried. Hopefully no one hits my car. I don't want to be a butthole though and like park in 2 spots, so maybe like that. We'll leave one there. And yeah, that's kind of a lot of space for that car. So efficiency, 245 watt-hours per mile. We're at our destination, and I'll see you all later. Bye. If you're wondering, yeah, I did park within the lines, so. But this parking spot, actually, they put these lines, it's pretty wide. But yeah, this is probably the best way, because usually people open their driver door, and they're not going to open it into me. All right, see you guys later.